ALMA can change the way it watches the sky depending on whether the object being studied calls for high sensitivity to faint light, high resolution for seeing fine details, or some combination of both. To make high sensitivity maps of large structures, such as gigantic stellar nurseries, the telescopes need to be close to one another. To spot the pinpoints of once hidden objects, such as planets going around other suns, the telescopes should be spread far apart. To switch between setups, or head down the mountain for maintenance, ALMA's telescopes must be carefully hauled for miles across the desert landscape in Chile. Lifting and moving a 115-ton telescope requires a beast of a vehicle, half crane and half tank. Built in Germany, ALMA's two monster trucks are named Lore and Otto and are incredible feats of engineering known as transporters. Each is 33 feet, 10 meters wide, 66 feet, 20 meters long, and 20 feet, 6 meters high, and uses 28 tires to drive its 130-ton mass up to 20 miles per hour. As a crane, the beastly transporter shows its gentleness. An operator drives the transporter like a giant forklift, using its unique U-shape to surround the telescope. Hooks on the ramped sides of the transporter clamp onto lifting brackets welded to the sides of the telescope. Once lifted up safely from its mounts, the telescope is unplugged from its power and control sockets and plugged into the transporter. The transporter's hooks then crawl up its sloped ramps, pulling the telescope up with them. With an engine rivaling that of 2 Formula One race cars, the transporter can take up to 7 hours to carry its burden carefully up from the telescope testing area to the observatory site. In part, this is because the engine loses half of its fuel-burning power as it climbs into the thinner air at the observatory, 16,500 feet, 5,000 meters above sea level. When he finally arrives at the telescope's concrete pad, the transporter operator removes the dashboard and leaves the vehicle to remotely control it from a clearer view outside. The transporter's wheels twist and turn the truck in tight circles so that the operator can position the telescope within millimeters of its exact footing location. The operator commands the transporter to gently lower the telescope almost all of the way to the pad. Then, the operators wrangle the final bolt down and power up. Join Adrian Russell in the transporter garage as he gets up close to one of these gentle giants.